Good morning. The previous classes I have discussed about the data type, and today's we'll move to the conditional statements. Okay, already you might be know the things called in the C language, that is programming language. Okay, what is conditional statement? Okay, conditional statement is a Boolean expression that, if true, execute a piece of code. Okay, here it is a two paths. Simply, it selects either if condition is true, select a one path. If condition is false, select another path. Okay, in this way, conditional statement controls the flow of code and allow the computer to think. Hence, they are classified as control structure. Conditional statements are an integral part of a program. Say, a conditional statement, condition will make in one condition. For example, a row divider. Here I will put in a condition which path I want to select. For example, if I need to move in the left hand side, if the condition is true, I need to move yes path. If condition is false, that is no, then I need to select a path. For example, below, if condition, there is a body of statements. If the condition is true, a body of statements or single or multiple statement need to be performed. If the condition is false, skip this entire body of statements and select the path. Simple. That is called the condition. Based on the condition, it switch. Simply, it switches the, if switch is on, that is on yes, true, it select on condition path. If condition is false, no, zero, then it selects the path. Here in the condition statements, we have the three different way of selection. One is called the if statement, if else, if else. Okay, nested if else statement. Simply, if condition is true, perform the operation. Then second one is, if condition is true, perform this operation. If condition is false, select the else operation. Next, if followed by the if else and followed by the else. Okay, this is about the conditional statements. Okay, we'll go for the simple example. For example, for an if statement, I have initialized the A value with an 33, B value with an 200. B is greater than A, S. Okay, if it is S, B is greater than A, it will be displayed on the screen. Okay, here we need to take care that one part is called the after the if statement, colon has to be there, followed by the indentation should be present. That means a tab, 4 spaces are to be specified. Here indentation, here there is no semicolon. Here colon after the if statement, if condition followed by the colon. Then what are the statements below this? It has to be written, it has to be typed. Okay, we'll go for the examples in the if statement. Okay, then is the elif, el, capital E, L-I-F, else if, elif. Okay, elif is the condition. If the if condition is false, it go for the else and followed by the else if condition. Else if this condition is false, go for the second condition selection followed by the else, that is else if. Next is else. If this condition is, if condition is false, it go for the selection of the else simply. If else if is the followed by the else if, that if statement condition. If this condition is false, then select the else statement. Okay, here A is 200, B is 33. First, A itself B is greater than A, then automatically B is greater than A, it has been printed. If you have made that A equal to 33, B equal to 200, then first condition is makes false, then it go for the testing else if A and B are not equal, then it go for the A is greater than, like that it will be printed on the screen. Okay, it is about the else statement. Nested if is within a if, one more if is there. Nested if, you can have a if statement inside if statement, that is nothing but a nested if. This is called the nested if. First, x is equal to 41. If x is greater than 10, yes, then it go for the selecting this statement above, that x is above the 10. Then it tests the second condition. If x is greater than 20, yes, then it prints the and also above 20, it prints that. It will not go for the selecting a else statement, because initially if statement followed by the one more if. Within the if itself, one more conditional statement is present, that is nested if. Okay, these are the three different ways of defining a if statement. Any doubts in this? We'll go for the taking the example in the wait for okay. For example, take the a equal to 5 if a is greater than or less than 10. Yes, it is less than 10. The condition is true. Here the thing is that here you have an indentation. Indentation should be present after the if, and second is colon should be there. Then automatically the cursor will be points to the after the variable you have defined. Is a variable. After this, the cursor will be pointed. That is an important thing here. If you use the print statement, print whatever the thing you will use that word. That is 5 is larger than 10. Okay, that statement will be printed on the screen. Here, if followed by the condition, if this is a is, that is 5 is less than 10, condition is true. If you use the same thing, instead of this, if we use less than in place of that is greater than 10, no, condition is false. Is it not? Condition is false. Condition is false means this statement should not be printed on the screen. Okay, for this, if you use this, here there is no print at all. If you use the same thing, if a greater than 10 colon, the statement after this, if we use after that print after the if statement. Syntax. The statement. Okay, here if the condition is true, condition is false, skip that entire instruction present here. Next we'll go for the, I will use the age equal to say 15 if age greater than or equal to 18 colon print you are eligible for the vote. You are eligible to vote. If not, else is started with the indentation. After if, else should be in the same line. ELSC else colon enter. There is no condition for the else. Print you are not eligible to vote, not eligible for the voting. Okay, if you enter this, you will print the, in this case, age is 15. If condition, first one, if condition age is, you have entered 18. 15 is less than 18. For that reason, it skips this condition. Here condition is false. In this case, condition is false. For that reason, here it is not printed. Okay. Just wait for 2 minutes. I will share the screen. ఇప్పుడు కనపడుతుందా? Okay, first a equal to 5. Initially I have defined a equal to 5. That is, if a is less than 10, condition 5 is less than 10, condition is true. For that reason, it will be printed, entire thing will be printed on the screen. That is, 5 is less than 10. Whatever the string you will hear, whatever the string you will type, that will be displayed on the screen. If you use 5 is greater than 10, no, the condition itself false, it will not print anything. Then if you use a if and else condition, if a is equal to 15, you have defined a is equal to 15, condition, if age is greater than or equal to 18, no, here age is 15 is not greater than 18. For that reason, it will not print this one, entire thing. Else condition it will be print, because age is 15. For that reason, you are not eligible to vote. Okay, similarly, if you define a is equal to 21, then automatically it will be if condition is age is greater than or equal to 18. Yes, condition satisfied. Condition is satisfied. Based on that, print you are eligible to vote. You are eligible to vote. If not, else not eligible to vote. In this case, here the output is should be eligible for voting. For this, we have defined a is equal to 21. For that reason, here age 21 is greater than 18, equal to 18. For that reason, it will be printed on the screen is print eligible for the vote. Okay, eligible for the voting. It is about the if-else statements. Then we'll go for the same thing with the elif. For example, a equal to 27, that is a is equal to 27. If a is greater than or equal to 60, then that is 27 is not greater than 60. For that reason, print you are being under the senior discount. Okay, it is simple for the when we go for a bus ticket. If the age is above 60 years, so you need to give a discount of 10%. If the age in between the 11 to 60 years, then you need to pay a full ticket. And if the less than 11 years, above the 5 years, you have to pay the half ticket. Below 5 years, there is no ticket. For like that, it is in a program. Next, if else if 18, say 11 less than or equal to age or less than 60. If I have missed a colon, 11 less than or equal to age less than 60 colon, I have missed a colon. For that reason, it is syntax error. It's showing syntax error. Okay, I have first you have to use a if. For that reason, it's showing a error itself. Okay, first you have to use a if a is greater than equal to 60 colon, then print senior citizen discount. Based on the discount, you have to make that okay. Then else if else if, then I use a condition called 11 less than or equal to 11 less than or equal to a, that is age less than 60. For this, print no discount. Okay, some mistake. I have used double quotations. In this case, initially I have used double and second time single quotation. For that, unterminated string literally detected at a line 4. Here simply if you use else if followed by that, then followed by the next statement should be else. Next statement should be else condition. For the age, you can use one more elif. In that, age limit is between the above 5 and less than or equal to 10. You have to be pay half ticket. Then else go for the condition no ticket. Okay, like that you can go for this performation. Okay, once again I will explain this thing in the next class. Okay, about that, this about the thing called if and one more is called the if-elif-else. Okay, this is about the conditional statements. Already you know these things. Already in the C have been learned these things. If followed by the condition, if condition is true, execute the body of the statements below the if statement. If this condition is false, skip the entire body of instruction, go for the next statement. Okay. Else if, it is should be first if followed by elif need to be used. Elif should be used when you have been first should be if, then followed by the elif. Then at the end you should use a else. Okay. That is if, elif, then else. Nested if followed by the within the if condition, nested if within the if, one more condition should be that for that it is a nested if. Okay, next is shorthand if. What is meant by the shorthand if? Here, if you have only one statement to execute, you can put it on the same line as a if statement. Okay, if the only single statement is present, shorthand within in front of if statement, you can put the statement in front of the if statement. It is shorthand if. Only one statement. More than one statement, go for the next line itself. If you only single statement, then you can use the within the same line after the colon. After the colon, you can use the print statement. Next, shorthand if else. Shorthand if else. If followed by the else. You can use print A. After this, A value has been printed. Then if A is greater than B, if it is true, then else. If there is no colon, continuation that else print B. If condition 2 A, if it's not, print B. A epudu condition true unte, condition false unte B print out. Okay. If you have only one statement to execute, one for if and other for else. One statement is for if and other statement is for else. You can put it all on the same line. In a single line, you can put it. It is first print A, if condition is true, condition false, print B. This technique is known as a ternary operator or conditional expression. This type is called the ternary or conditional expressions. Okay. Next is loops. First is called the conditional. It is called the simply we'll go for the selection. Here there is no switch statement. There we have only if statement. There is no in the C. You will have been learned the thing called in the first one is called the conditional statements. In the conditional statement, you have a first is if, else if, nested else if, and then followed by the switch statement. There is no switch statement in the Python. Okay. Next is called the loops. In the loops, a statement that contains instruction that continually repeats until a certain condition is reached. Okay, a repeated operation, same operation to be multiple times. Then you'll go into use a loop. Help remove the redundancy. Same code, some same code redundancies, same code, repeatedly same code of the code when a task has to be repeatedly several times. Okay, here we have the three different loops are there, generally two types. One is called the while loop, second is called the for loop. Next, nested loops. In the while itself, once again, in the while, same if, within the if, nested if. Same while within the nested while, for nested for. Like that, we can have a nested loops. While within the for within the while within a while, for within a for. Like that, we have different nested loops. Next is called loop control statements. Within a loop, some control statements, control instructions are there. Statements are, one is called the break, second is called continue, third is called pass. As in the C, we have used a break statement as well as the continue statement, and we have not been used a pass statement. This pass statement is nothing but simply no operation. If the statement has nothing to operate, pass, simply it execute a statement, it not perform any operation. We'll go in detail that how it is been performing that pass, break, and continue. Okay, already you know the while loop. This while loop is continually execute the statement, that is code, as long as the given condition is true. If it first checks the condition, then jump into the instructions. Here we have a flow diagram. First it enters the while expression statements. It tests the condition. If then this condition is true, below the body of the statement, conditional code, this code will be executed. After that, it will come back to the testing the condition. Testing if condition is true, continue the operation. If condition is false, there is one more path to exit from the loop. If the only condition is false. Similarly, in the C, it is same only. Here, while expression, that is expression is the condition followed by the colon. Below that, we have a number of multiple statement can be written. For example, the loop run as long as the count variable is less than or equal to 4. Count is incremented by 1 after each iteration. It is called the iteration. Iteration is repetition. Repetition. Here initially we have been initialized the count equal to 0 while count less than or equal to 4 colon followed by the print hello. Then one more statement is count plus 1. Count equal to count plus 1. Initially count equal to 0. Count 0 is less than 4, less than or equal to 4. Then it prints the hello. It prints the total 5 times the same hello statements. Okay. Next class, same this while loop only will continue.